What's yours?
Do it like you used to before you went away.
How does
It's a
that one go?
B-side. Do it like you used to
Yeah.
before you went away. What else is there to do here?
We could do anything we want. We could jam. We could talk backwards. We could sit in silence. It don't matter.
So,
I need to bring more
how about those
snacks.
Milwaukee Brewers?
Nice and cold, pitching the last inning, you know.
Let's pretend we're watching
third
a
period.
baseball game and we're the announcers.
All right. Jimpy makes it to third base. And
Stretch run home double down the middle. There's a lot of grass in the field today. Sure is green.
Lines up for the pitch
And
ball.
grand slam. Ball. Next pitch coming out the middle. Straight down
So number
the esophagus.
31 here is Johnny B. Who's been, he's switched over from, I think, the Detroit Tigers to the Cincinnati Lions and the Cowboys and Indians back
Used to
in
be a
87.
beefcake. Slimmed down a little.
Yeah,
Look at those.
They don't call him Carrot Top for nothing.
Look at those pants. Tight cheeks. Tight fucking cheeks.
Yeah, like when he goes in, you can real watch him. Oh, there he goes.
I like
there
to
he
watch
goes.
there.
Oh, hell, home run. Looks like too bad the bases weren't loaded.
Bases are look
And
at them
caught
jiggle.
in outfield. Motherfucker's out.
All right, so now he's walking down the home stretch. Oh, seems to be a tough game out there. Lots of ass on the field still.
Third.
There's strawberries growing in the outfield.
There's a fan puking over the ledge. Looks like he had one too many corn dogs.
Bob Dylan is in the crowd tonight.
Yep.
He's a big
Looking
Mets fan.
looking like he's about to die.
Yeah, I wonder why Bob Dylan doesn't ever go to the Los Angeles Lakers games with Jack Nicholson.
So
Probably too good for baseball or basketball or whatever game the Lakers is.
the Georgia Giraffes are taking the field.
There's a lot of winning going on tonight.
Yep. A lot of walking.
A lot of
What's that?
pitching.
Good Lord, what's that in his hand?
Oh my God! It's a chupacabra coming out of his. It's happening! It's happening!
Take your meds. Take your meds. We gotta go. Oh, it's just a ball.
I was gonna just rip my shirt off, but I didn't want to undo the buttons. It's happening! It's happening!
And don't forget now, if you haven't subscribed to this season's All Passes,
Sponsored by Pedialyte. Several degrees of moisture brought back into your body by our sponsors at Pedialyte. If you're in the toilet vomiting up that Mexican Cancun cheesesteak, then try some Pedialyte to get your network back on
lime flavored.
Flavored Pedialyte. Thank you.
New news from the popcorn seed. Take me out to the ball game.
Fill me with nickels and dimes.
Take a hacksaw to my ankles now. I don't care if they cut off eyebrows.
So it's one too many fajitas.
If I don't get in, they'll throw me over the border.
But I'll try my damnedest to fight the man and stick all his children in my trunk and drive back to Rhode Island. Well, nothing ever changes. Everyone is wondering what's wrong with society. But they don't give a damn because they're sitting in their home, wasting their time, getting on the internet, looking at black girls' behinds.
Looking at us. Everybody's wasting their time watching this when they could be watching Beyonce's music video for the 8th billionth time.
Yeah, man. I don't think that she was appropriate with what she did. I think she was exploiting the masses. And it'd be different if she was really familiar with Cajun cooking, but I feel like she had no participation in the actual Creole tradition, and she was utilizing it for her purposes. I mean, to me, it's like
Beyonce's
a class
clearly
thing,
racist.
not a race thing.
She's really sexist. She doesn't think transgender people use the bathroom at all.
Yeah, I know a lot of white people from New Orleans that are much more what's certified to talk about Creole traditions and Beyonce. I mean, just because it's Beyonce.
And I mean, did you just see the dress?
I like
she
her
was
though. She's
wearing.
I like how she fills that dress.
I like how she, she does what she wants. She wants to.
Yeah.
She wants
totally.
to like go horseback riding. She does it.
Yeah, like some people don't do that. They just talk shit about like riding horses and like sucking horse hooves, and then they
some
don't.
People are just
they
too poor to do that.
They just
It's
watch
disgusting.
it on the internet. Like, why should we buy bestiality when we can make our own?
Swing, better, swing!
And it's a home run all the way out of the park into the parking lot.
So if people are running because it seemed to hit an elderly man in the head and his brains are spraying like a goddamn
Oh
sprinkler
my
all
God!
over the
Look at
lot.
it all dripping out of his ears. His eyeballs are no longer in his head. Dave, I have never seen a hit like this in years. Somebody's going to have to scrape him off of the pavement.
Truly a glorious day in the history of the American pastime of baseball playing.
Yeah, go ahead.
There seems to be somebody licking the man's squirting brains
It looks
off
like
the
a
sidewalk.
juggalo. I think they're pouring Faygo all over his skull and using it as a lubricant. But that's terrible. I've never seen anything like that.
There's some juggalette titties.
Vietnam.
Oh wait, no, that's a juggalo. Sorry.
It's okay.
It's hard to
Dave.
tell what sex they are.
These
sometimes.
things happen. They're beautiful people, though. Anybody that has any sort of affiliation with a strong passion, I can give them respect that they deserve. Hello? Who is it? Mom, come on, calm down. We don't have time to talk about this conversation again.
If she don't call your sister right now,
Mom,
I think she's
I gotta
got to be
go to
very
the
upset.
mall.
I'm
Oh my God.
What are you doing spending all your money on that? I told you not
Hey,
to go on that.
I gotta go to Spencer's Gifts and buy a blacklight poster so I can have guys over this weekend for a water bong rectal anarchy session in the basement.
I was just saying, are you doing some
Mom.
voodoo, some devil cult
Why you
stuff?
gotta
Or is
judge
this
me,
why you gotta
Mom?
wear those pants? Why can't you wear
Mom,
some blue
it's
jeans
Robert
for a
Plant.
change?
Mom, look at Robert Plant.
Plant?
Look
Why
at
would I
his
look at
chest.
a plant? We don't have fake plants here. We don't have time to waste over the plants. It's not like we need those.
Mom,
degrees.
he's a magical creature. Robert Plant is like a unicorn. So stop telling me that I can't buy my Led Zeppelin blacklight posters.
I just don't understand you kids and these new musics of these Led Zeppelin. I mean, we saw it get exploded in the sky, and they're going to talk about such an awful
Mom,
atrocity.
Satan is so in right now. I know when you were growing up that Satan was like the thing that you weren't supposed to utilize.
What is the
but
family
he's
going
got
to think?
powers, Mom.
What
He's
is
a Wiccan.
What is the family going to think? What is your grandmother going to
care
say to you when
about
she
the family,
sees that
Mom.
you're worshiping the
Grandma's a
devil?
whore. Grandma was a prostitute for 35 years. What does she care?
But she
acts
still
like
went to
she's
church, which made
affiliated
it all
with God.
okay.
I'm getting out of here.
If your father finds out, he's going to beat you, and
It's all right. I don't mind it when he beats me as long as he's passionate about it and he fulfills the prophecy that has been laid out by grandfather. It's a family tradition, Seriously, though. How about those
Oh yeah,
Milwaukee?
God.
Seriously.
Jim.
No, I was out of my fucking mind. Though.
I was wasted, man. I was totally. I
don't remember.
A beefcake baked in battered bruised stew, man.
There's so much butter. God, I didn't even need all that butter, but I put it all over my body.
I just stuck the fucking bricks in my arteries.
Oh, God.
And that's what gave me my heart on.
No, it's something, You gotta that's a way to get erect butter. Lots of butter in the what's that Marlon Brando movie?
Marlon
Last
Brando
Tango,
erected statues.
where she shoved a stick of butter into his uterus.
Oh, it melts and it creaks.
He
And
used
the
to live
cows were
around
like,
here.
moo, moo, fuck you, man, fuck you, moo.
It's terrible what
are you
they
trying
do to those
here?
godforsaken cows, man.
I know, those holy little cute creatures that aren't so little.
I would
as
have a
cute.
cow for a pet,
You know, if I had
wish
my
I had
castle,
more room.
Yeah, I think they're cute. I don't think pigs are cute. I don't think people should eat them because pigs don't walk around saying, "Hey, nice pants, faggot,"
They
or
might,
some
though.
shit like that.
Actually, I met some burly pigs in my day. Back in Ohio, where I grew up, there was a lot of talking pigs. That's where that Babe Pig in the City movie came about.
Babe,
That's where it was based, in Ohio.
pig in the city.
I don't think there's talking pigs as much as there used to be, though. Charlotte's Web, that was from Ohio. All that
Yeah, she
stuff.
kind of gave it like a bad rep. I mean, I think it's I think people they didn't want to listen, so they didn't listen to anything other than what they were told to listen to by the people that were hurting them, because I think people are just kind of masochistic in a way. Masturbatory, respiratory.
Yeah, that's the way it goes. You just do the things your forefathers set out to do, and a lot of times you don't question. You just do the things that have been done in the past, and then every once in a while somebody's like, "Don't do that. That's insane." And then everyone's like, "Oh Jesus, maybe we shouldn't do that anymore." And then they change for a few thousand years, and then they fall into some other tradition, and someone's like, "Hey, don't do that. You people are crazy. You can't."
And then people are like, "Man, that person's weird. Like, don't listen to them. Let's hang them."
And it goes on for another 1,000 years.
Burn them. Yeah.
We should start burning people at the stake again. No, we shouldn't do that, actually.
I used to burn people on my stake when I ate things that were alive that bled and cried when they died.
How come, like, when you eat beef, it's a steak, but how come if you eat, like, a piece of pork or something, you don't call it a steak? Because steak really has nothing to do with the cow, does it? What does the steak have to do with it? Where did the term steak come from?
Steak. I guess maybe they were, like, stewed on giant steaks or something.
Yeah, that's probably true. Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
That's like a big animal to put on, like, a steak, though.
Yeah, that's back to the witchcraft days, probably. They probably used to
They used to just burn. I think that's what happened. They thought all cows were witches, so they started burning them, and then people would, like, eat their dead bodies. Yeah. And then it's just like, well, we could put this in grocery stores because it makes us money.
If you had to have sex with one kind of animal, what kind of animal would you have sex with?
Probably a human.
Yeah. Well, if it wasn't a human, anything besides a human.
A human woman dressed as a cat.
I'd have sex with a cow, yeah. Definitely a cow. No second guessing.
Yeah.
I would have sex with a cow. Or
bestiality is like
my giraffe,
one line.
maybe.
Like I could hear people make jokes about like raping children or elderly people, or like I basically have no limits other than
except
like
for bestiality?
if I think of bestiality or like even animals fucking, I'm just like, nope.
Yeah, my cat and dog have sex sometimes. It's fine.
Well, they're
basically
both furry.
My dog my female dog rapes my male cat. The cat seems to participate,
Yeah, that
really
cat
like,
seemed.
cat's
Was
just
Sam?
like,
What's his name? No.
Brad
Brad
will
seems
take
like
it for a
he
few
just, like,
minutes, and then he's just like, all right, fuck this. I don't want. I think it's just like, if she's gentle, the way she rapes him, then he's into it. But it's like, if he starts
it's passionate,
yeah,
it's
if it's
okay.
passionate. But then it's funny to watch them, and then he takes it for a minute, then she starts getting sloppy because the dog isn't as graceful as the cat,
Oh, is that where that came from in episode 4?
Totally. Brad.
I notice I catch myself saying like, well, I don't know, or I'm not sure about that, or something like that now. What do you think of
just be our life condition?
What do you think of that scene in The Shining when she looks in and sees like the ghost and the like go for a costume sucking the dick?
Oh yeah, that's my favorite part actually.
I was so like baffled as like a
well,
I
think it's just a ghost of some weird like role play thing going on. Hotels have so many strange ghosts, I would imagine. So it's probably he probably just threw that in there because he was like, yeah. I mean, I don't know. Actually, I've never read the book The Shining. I wonder if that's in there. I wonder if there's a more
Who needs
elaborate
to read the book if there's a
elaboration.
movie?
Right, but I would read the book if I knew that there was a more detailed part about that little.
Just that
what
part.
was that part? That's like actually 200 pages in
It's
the
200.
in
It's
the
very
book.
explicit. It was actually the first.
Like, we gotta cut this out here, Stanley. We're not gonna do this. We gotta take this out. He's like, just give me
a little bit of it.
I like that Stanley Kubrick. I've been watching his movies because we live in Hollywood, California,
where dreams come true.
Yeah, so they play cinema on the big screens there. They have those art house movie theaters.
Oh, what theater you been going to?
Well, sometimes I'll go to the New Beverly or just in the American Cinematheque, the Egyptian. But I actually saw 2001: Space Odyssey at the Cinerama Dome. Like, I've been waiting to watch those Kubrick movies when they show them in those like special art house theaters because it's so fun to watch on the big screen.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But he made some good cinemas.
Yeah, I really like The Shining. I saw Space Odyssey, the 2001 one, not 2002. As a lad on VHS, it was really grainy. I started rewatching it, never finished it.
I mean, fuck. Yeah.
I mean, so.
Well, you know what? Paths of Glory is a really cool movie. I thought that was intense.
What's that about Jamaica?
Yeah. It's about the Jamaican uprising of Bob Marley and his crew back in the 70s when they were just coming up. It's kind of
was just lads.
Yeah. But the movie was made in the 40s, which is odd. There must have been some sort of vision he had. He was a visionary, that Stanley Kubrick. But there's that guy in it, Tim Curry. Now, Tim Curry, I think that's his name.
Tim Curry?
Tim Curry.
The guy from Home Alone?
No, Tim Carey. He's a different guy.
Jim Carrey?
No, he's related maybe.
Oh, Tim and Jim's son.
Yeah, I think so. But he's a saint. You should see him in his performance. He's a real pedophile. He's an actor. He's good. He's very talented.
But he's just not very talented at acting.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard he was a real weirdo.
He's a good
real
cook.
Prevert.
Wait, what's this movie called again? I already
Paths
forgot.
of Glory.
Paths of Glory?
Yeah. Louis Reed talks
I've heard
about
of
it in that one song.
Never got into Lou Reed.
Yeah, he was some beatnik from the Village back in the day. He's all right, you know. He seemed like he was probably a little bit of a dick, but I don't hold it against him.
I always
feel
mix him up with Legs McNeil from from Don Letts documentary I watched.
Who? Oh yeah, Legs McNeil, the punk rock and roll man,
writer or something.
Yeah, Please Kill Me is a hell of a book. It's an interesting.
Oh, he wrote that?
Yeah,
I read parts of that.
Yeah,
I always remember the part about somebody like wanting to shit on somebody or shit on like a plate or something.
I feel like that's most books though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever shit on a plate? What is the most interesting place that you've ever shit?
I believe when I was 17 or 18, I used to steal American flags and deface property, and I took a shit on somebody's lawn and then wiped my ass with their flag.
That's fun. I actually did that too.
Oh yeah, I think we talked about this before.
I was making a video, and I was Captain America with like this weird wig, and I had it's like a leather suit on. I don't know. And then, but I had this one part where I started wiping my ass with my cape.
Yeah.
And this kid walked by. I don't know. I'll show it to you sometimes. It's really ridiculous. But it's fun. That's the thing that matters the most.
You used it for art, which is cool. I wish I would have like videotaped all the horrible vandalism I used to do, because it'd be fun to watch. The only thing I think I got on camera was when we poured a bunch of gasoline on a bridge and set it on fire.
That's pretty good.
But it was concrete.
We one time, it's like I remember that from The Simpsons. It's like, let's videotape our crime spree. This is the smartest thing we ever did.
Yeah, then they get
totally. But one time we were like. One night it was we went driving around. My friend like stole somebody's car. It was like his friend's car, I guess. But he driving around on garbage night, and, like running over every trash can in the neighborhood, and we like videotaped the whole thing, which is really stupid. But it's great now because I have the whole thing on tape.
I want to see
just
that
like
shit.
Driving on people's lawns, and I remember we were playing G.G. Allen, thinking we were like, this is what he would do if he ever had a driver's license. He probably would have, but I don't think he ever had a driver's license. I've never seen G.G. Allen drive a car. I can't even imagine him driving a car.
He'd be too wasted. He's like, crash and run over his legs.
Just
fall
start
out.
shitting everywhere.
I used to
make
like
a G.G. Allen cartoon. That would be great. I feel like
just with real shit and blood.
Yeah, I shouldn't even say it because, well, I'm not going to do it, but I feel like it would be great to make a cartoon, like a punk rock style cartoon. Like the Ramones. Has anyone ever made a Ramones cartoon? Because they'd be like the greatest cartoons, like a Saturday morning Ramones cartoon.
I have like a comic book by like 8 different comic artists that came with like one of their deluxe discography things.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool. I think they were on The Simpsons, although I've never seen
Oh, yeah,
that
no, I
episode.
remember that one. Like Mr. Burns' birthday. That one's great. Like, happy birthday, dear Burnsy. And then, like, the Burnsy, he's like, who are these people? Just get the Rolling Stones fired. Get the Rolling Stones fired, Smithers. And then, like, the weird, his, like, army comes out and, like, I think it's, like, the one that's, like, a spoof on Citizen Kane or something. I used to watch The Simpsons all the time.
Yeah, me too, but I've never seen that one.
So long. We're talking about it twice.
I actually started watching him with my girlfriend because we both, like, she watched him back in the 90s. I stopped watching him a little over 10, 15 years ago because I remember in 2005 they were kind of crappy, or I thought so in my atheistic mind. Like,
Who am I?
Mariah Jerry.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, no, I get it. Like, it was fun for a while, and then I stopped watching.
But they're pretty good now, I think. It's a totally different pacing, and it's totally weird to see them on, like, iPads and stuff.
Yeah, Conan O'Brien used to write for them, and I feel like the funniest ones he wrote part of them.
Oh, yeah? When did he write for them?
In the 1990s.
I remember those years.
Into the 90s?
Yeah, I used to, like, do a lot of yo-yo tricks, and, like, my friends tried to get me to get into Pokemon, and, like, what else was cool back then?
Cigarettes.
Transformers. I didn't really get into cigarettes.
No?
Until
then you practically missed out on the entire 90s.
Yeah,
so that's what it was
that's
about.
That's when they invented them, right? Cigarettes
so.
were invented in the 90s. That Joe Camel.
That's weird. I just started, like, I didn't actually, I really needed to cough right then. It was like a weird.
It's just that synchronicity of your lungs from back then. And
yeah. I started smoking in, like, 6th grade. So tell me more about your childhood crime sprees. What was the most fun sort of deviant, delinquent act that you ever committed?
What did we used to do? I feel I don't feel bad, but now understanding karma, whenever, like, my car takes a huge shit on me, I understand why. Because I used to mess with a lot of people's cars. I always had spray paint. I would shoplift everything I could, mostly like food and spray paint. One time I got caught stealing like tons of balloons because I was trying to fill my room with balloons.
That's a great idea.
And I was on probation already.
Did you have a helium tank?
No. It's just air, just lungs. Actually, I had access to one at Little Caesar where I worked.
Really? I worked for a lot of pizza places myself.
What pizza places have you worked for?
I worked at Your Pizza, which was the best one. All my friend, Your Pizza. That's not a chain. It's in Ohio, but it was like I worked at Your Pizza. I worked at Papa John's. Ooh. I worked at Domino's. I worked at this place in Denver. I can't remember what it's called, but they had these gourmet pizzas. One of them was like Alfredo and lobster and like. Gross. It was basically this guy who just made all this money doing other stuff. And then he's like, I want to have a pizza shop. He's like this big fat guy, and he's like having affairs all the time. And I think he thought his wife, because it was him and his wife that ran it, and I think he thought his wife was having sex with me. Like, I mean, not that I would not have sex with his wife. I mean, she was all right. She was kind of a weirdo, though. But, like, I think she was having sex with one of the guys that worked there. You know what I mean? He'd always come in and, like, try to sneak up on us. And I'd be like, what is going on? This guy's like, but he was really big and scary. And he like paid me, and like they paid me really well. I remember getting checks for like $500 every couple of weeks, and I was like, and I was a delivery guy, but I don't know. But yeah, and I don't know. I just worked for a few pizza shops. I delivered sushi once too.
So if you were fucking that guy's wife, you can call 1-800-PIZZA.
Her name was Kathy. That's such a typical name for somebody who's going to be fucked in a pizza shop, I think. Really? Was she ever fucked in a pizza shop?
Who's fucking Kathy on my pizzas?
99% of women were fucked in pizza shops' name was Kathy. And that's a true fact. If you want to look it up on the internet, you can go ahead.
What if it was?
It probably is. That's one of those things you can't prove. What do they call it?
You just know.
Something you can't prove. But it's like a feeling you have. It's like it's how I feel about destiny and like all those things that I can't prove. But
it's like how I feel about if my
girlfriend
you read something. Loves me. It's like I can't prove it, right? But I speculate.
Yeah, it's those karmic relationships that are meant to last. Those are the like songs that Whitney Houston used to write. You know, it's like I can't think of any of them right now. But like those were the sort of songs that. Yeah, totally.
I feel like somebody was just singing it.
She was on the cover of Us Weekly today. How do I know? Because I pick it up from my boss. I'm a personal assistant, and I pick her up Us Weekly every week. And Bobby Brown was telling all. That's what happened. I thought he was dead, too. I don't know. He's probably sober.
Bobby Brown.
Bobby fucking killed Whitney. So it's like, you know, you can say what you want, but I feel like he did. And it's
really?
Shitty. He didn't kill her, but he got her addicted to crack. She was a pure fucking sweet thing. He just fucked her up.
Kurt and Courtney?
I think Kurt killed Courtney for sure.
Probably.
Is she still alive? Yeah, he did. I think he did. He was into sex magic.
You think Yoko Ono killed John Lennon?
Yeah, totally. Yoko Ono killed John Lennon.
You think?
I think Courtney Love killed fucking Yoko Ono or John Lennon too. Probably. She probably killed him. We should pay her to kill some other people too, like the Counting Crows. No. I think Frank Sinatra killed Elvis. It was definitely recorded that he didn't like him, that he thought he was moving in on his turf.
Dude, that's evidence right there. You say you don't like somebody?
Well, it was probably that Frank Sinatra was friends with the Colonel because they seem like similar types, you know? The Colonel killed Elvis, essentially, with his fucking gambling. Elvis didn't want to go out anymore, you know? You ever seen that video of Elvis's last performance?
Where he rips his suit and shits himself on stage, and then Gigi Allen's like, that's rock and roll. He's like a wee little lad.
Yep. We should make that biopic.
Yeah.
We should just make some movie
Gigi
and have that
and
be
Elvis.
The ending. Gigi and Elvis.
No, that
like
should
a
be
buddy
the
cop movie.
Gigi and Elvis, but they're like the cartoon. Yeah, like one's trying to solve crimes and the other's committing them.
Right. That would be great.
And they're just like fighting over
what
drugs to do.
Right. Who? Yeah. I don't know. You think they get along? If the
I think we should just get fat suits and play this out.
Totally. Where do you get a fat suit? I actually need fat suits.
I think Kate was asking around for one the other day.
It's hard to make my face fat. I'm such a skinny, nervous guy.
Yeah, I'm so handsome, it's hard for me to look unattractive. Well, even with my like scars on my face. In fact, I put these scars on purpose.
You look like you got a new haircut recently, though.
I did it myself. You still see the graphics?
It's good. It's easier to do it yourself, man. When you got hair, when you cut it short. I tried to cut mine the other day, and I wanted to keep it a little bit longer for the characters on my show. Yeah. And it's hard. It's easier to do it when it's short. Not saying you didn't do a good job or you're not talented.
This was kind of tricky because it was so short, and like I had to use like so many different types of like razor lengths or whatever. I noticed like the longer hair gets, like the more you just want to like leave it long, and the more you
Yeah.
cut it, the more you want to cut it.
Yeah, I mean, I have this thing where, like, if my hair gets too long, I for some reason don't respect myself anymore. Like, I look in the mirror and I'm like, I know what you're trying to hide. You know, like, I feel like
Like, get a job.
Right. Well, I feel like it's such a thing. There's so many. I don't know. Me just being judgmental, but I feel like
So
kids,
many
like, move
dorky
out to
people
this-
grow out their
Yeah,
hair
just
so
grow out
they
their
don't seem
hair,
like
get a beard,
losers.
get some knuckle tattoos or something. And all of a sudden, you're this guy, which is fine. But it's like you can't hide from yourself, man. I know who
Show
you
that
are.
personality.
Yeah, it's like let us
Shave
know
your
about you.
head.
Don't just be that guy
Walk
with the
out
long
naked.
hair.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, maybe back in the 60s when you were really just turning the page and getting shit started when you grew out your hair long, a real fuck you to society. But nowadays, it don't mean nothing, man. It don't mean nothing. If anything, it means more to have a short, conservative Johnny Unitas haircut. Because we all
Yeah.
know that Johnny Unitas
I think it's
could
just
suck a mean cucumber.
do whatever you just
Yeah,
do.
you're right.
Just be authentic.
Just be real with yourself. Like, don't...
Be real. I don't know why people are trying to be all
Like,
fake and
basically,
shit.
like, everyone on the internet can suck a dick right now. Because, like, what we're saying is real.
Yeah, if you ride a bicycle, then you're a fucker.
Yeah. Like, especially
If you
if
have a
it's, like,
beard, you're a fucker.
If you
wear
drink
sunglasses,
Mochiatos, then suck a dick.
yeah.
If
If you're a
you're-
juicer,
If you're a juicer, then you're cool. It depends what kind of juice, man. Are you talking about like steroids, or are you talking about like beet juice?
I'm talking about like stairways,
Stairways to Heaven?
like stair juice.
Remember when we
like
did that Robert
toes.
Plant bit? That was probably the worst one. It was alright. It was pretty good. I think it was funny.
Stairway to Elvis.
Yeah. Hairways to Stelvins.
Ah ba 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 ba.
So the Butthole Surfers are in town.
Are they?
No.
God, you can't do that to me, Frankie.
Gibby's not very social. I tried talking to him once out in the street. I mean, of course, I was just some guy, but I was like, "Hey, Gibby," and I didn't have
He's
anything
like,
to
"No,
say,
so I don't have
but he
time
wouldn't
for
even look
autographs
at
right
me.
now. You have to
He's
get
like,
out of here."
"Listen," I was like, "Hey, man," I saw the Butthole Surfers play once.
I
Yeah.
really would need to. I like want to do a documentary on them. I thought I saw Elena
Didn't
Wexler.
anyone make one?
I don't think so.
Hasn't they been ones?
I've seen.
Hasn't they been a documentary
I've
yet?
seen Gibby in like 3 different. I've seen him in the Daniel Johnson one where they're like, "Did
Oh,
you
yeah.
give him the
The
LSD that
dentist
made him
chair.
go crazy?" And then I saw him in the Rocky Erickson one where they're like, "Did you give him the LSD that made him go crazy?
Right. And then the Whitney Houston one, where it's
Did
like,
you give her the cocaine to make her die?"
LSD, actually. If Gibby Haynes and Whitney Houston were on LSD in a room, they could make a reality TV show of that.
Could you imagine the music? Yeah, or that, or just anything.
Yeah. You should make a... Yeah, it's too late. I don't know. I used to be in the Butthole Surfers. Or I used to have sex with guys, and that's what I was thinking of. I mean, I used to...
Surf in the butthole.
I actually used to smell my butthole a lot. I don't know if people do that. I don't do it anymore. But for some reason,
I
I was
think
younger.
you just habit.
I think people do it a lot. It's an interesting smell, and it's like I wouldn't want to smell other people's,
It doesn't
but like
go
my
away.
own for some reason. It's kind of...
My thing was like wiping boogers on the wall when I was a
never
child.
that bothered me. Actually, I did that
It's
too.
pretty gross.
I could never eat them though. That was never appealing to me.
Yeah, I don't understand that.
Yeah, that's
I-
just disgusting.
I remember my grandfather telling me, he's like, you know what I like to do? I like to like roll them up in little balls and like flip them across the room.
My mind just went somewhere else. It's like, you know, your grandmother, when she's really drunk, she comes home. I like to get a big jar of peanut butter. Get the dog out here. Get your Uncle Jerry out here. Get your Aunt Sylvester Stroskin out here. And then we have a fucking picnic right off your grandma's lap. But I'm not talking like that, man. My dad used to give me these peanut butter. You ever had
grandpa?
peanut butter and mayonnaise sandwiches? Nowadays, I don't eat mayonnaise, but vegan-ase.
Any days, that sounds pretty disgusting.
No, it's really good though. My dad used to make me these sandwiches. He'd always peanut butter, mayonnaise, and onions and black pepper. And he'd always eat them. And I'm
He's
like,
like, I don't
"This
touch
sounds
the
disgusting."
jelly. I ain't no
I don't
queer.
like jelly. That's the thing. Even when I used to eat peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, I used to just eat peanut butter sandwiches
Oh man.
with chips on them. I used to like chips a lot.
Well, that's why God doesn't love you.
I think the Matrix is glitching out.
Ba 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 ba. Yeah, it does that.
Yeah,
I have to keep hitting stop and.